I'm going to introduce you to Lee Burbies. Most of you have met him before.
I guess the way I could start off with the project is kind of just tell you where we are. We're moving ahead with, I don't know if we was here last time if we had preliminary approvals, but we do have preliminary approvals. We're in the process. We'll make application by month's end as promised to go to our final approval. The final approval will just include the units that Mark's been speaking about. It'll be 2 buildings of condominiums. And how many twin homes are there in the first release? 34. And then we'll just move on as quickly as we can. But we're doing that because of engineering and so forth. So we're really progressing that way. But really what has us excited is what's happening over there in what we call the R-SPA area. The R-SPA developers, which is at this point right now are just about 3 or 4 of us. And MIDA's influence is incredible. Now MIDA is the military that is doing a hotel which will start this spring. I had a meeting with them yesterday. We have our Thursday meetings with all the developers in the R-SPA area, and their goal, and I usually would with Gary Barnett, he accomplishes his goals, is they're going to start the MIDA Hotel sometime this spring or early summer. That's their plan, they plan on it. And of course, the Jordanville Parkway is supposed to be delivered in August or September. As you drive by and look at it now, they got cats that are covered with snow and everything, but they're doing some blasting and they really plan on doing it. And we're going to start our infrastructure as soon as the snow gives us a break. But what's happening in that area is, I guess the good news and the bad news is, Mark was very anxious. We're very privileged to have Mark as a broker. I've known Mark for 20-something years. And well, I've known Mark for a lot of years. We've done a lot of stuff together, and he's been really good for us, and hopefully we're good for him. But he's really anxious to kind of put some prices on this, and we're hoping that we stay close to where we were in the past. But the good news, that's the bad news, prices may change somewhat. The good news is that March 21st, hopefully we have a resolution of what they call the design guidelines for the R-SPA area. What that means is everything built in that area, which is the Sky Ridge now, which is us, and which will be the ski resort across the way by Extel, and whatever else comes in, have to comply with these design guidelines. So it won't look like a bunch of different subdividers coming in and doing their own deal. It's going to look like one massive project. The benches will be the same, everything, the trails will be lit the same, everything will be the same. Stone, a percentage of natural rock is going to have to go up. We have to comply with Deer Valley's guidelines and go a little bit beyond. So we'll know exactly what that is. But what that's going to do for that area, I just promise anybody who buys one of our units, and I'll talk about some of the things we're doing here in a second, is going to get a real value for their dollar. We're doing things like, we've made a deal with Viking where we're going to have a top Viking appliance you can get in that size. That's going to be in that unit. Our staircases are no longer going to be built in. Our staircase from the top unit, from the second floor down, is going to be a free staircase that's open. It's going to be metal it's going to be gorgeous. The buyer that comes to Park City or to our project is looking for not a subdivision house. They're looking for something that they can enjoy and have something special. One thing that has happened at the Shores, which was interesting, is we've had a lot of people from different parts of the country come out and buy as a second home who've retired and now live there. They just love the area, they love the property, and they love the unit they're in. Our standard is equivalent to a lot of people's upgrades. We hope to be vertical by late spring, early summer. We think we'll be finishing some product. Maybe if everything works and it stops snowing someday and everything else, maybe we'll be delivering some twin homes in 2019, more likely early 2020. I just wish I had a model home for you to walk through and to see. If you've been to the Shore properties, we're pretty proud of those. We think this new aspen and this new birch that we're delivering is going to raise that level just a whole bunch. In the appliances we're putting in and the flooring we're putting in, just the exterior. It's held true I think in the properties we've built so far. I just think that anybody who has money in any of those properties out there, we hope it's ours, they're going to get a real value for their dollar.
But there's an electronics package that's pretty spectacular. Being a smart home, the ability not only for one-touch lighting, but there'll be cameras, security cameras in every on the balcony of every unit in the condominiums and townhomes. In addition to the so we have 24/7 security. Basically, things will be able to be backtracked completely. For those clients that are putting their properties into a rental program, the ability to reprogram the lock at every turnover. And also a smart lock where your photo is taken, so people will be able to see who's coming. You'll be able to identify things like deliveries and so forth. And then a complete delivery drop at the front. One of the problems we've had with the condos, and for those of you that have clients out there, is that FedEx and UPS, right, you're there, right, have a hard time getting there. Now there'll be a specific drop that goes right to your unit. But lots of technology, I guess, equivalents of today's day and age that weren't in these products before, that are going to make it really and when you look, one thing that is in there are the plumbing fixtures that are going to be involved in to a certain extent, a smart home in that regard as well. I'll just let you take a look at the materials and you'll see.
Can I answer any questions? I hope.
Yes.
Yes.
Dues. What are the dues?
We're thinking the dues are what, about 3.5?
Well, on the townhomes, about $350 on the townhomes and about $280 on the $280 to $290 on the condos.
And would there be any exterior maintenance, or are you still responsible for that yourself?
Still responsible for exterior maintenance, but common area landscaping,
Snow removal,
all those kinds.
Water, sewer, that'll be all on those dues.
We just got, we went out and asked a lot of folks about what they wanted to do. Do you want the reserves going in there to raise the HOA dues? And it seemed like almost unanimously that folks said, let's keep the HOA dues affordable.
Especially with some of the stuff you're talking about, it might be built to last for many, many years.
Yeah.